stop on class marks okay, Nana, so can you see and hear me, everyone in the online? మాట్లాడండి వినిపిస్తున్నామా కనిపిస్తున్నామా?
Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir.
Okay, very good, Nana. So we'll start, right? Okay, so in the previous class we finished the 4th unit, right? Okay, so now we'll start the 6th unit. Okay, na? Okay, 6th unit syllabus ఒకసారి ఏంటి? 5th unit, yeah. Sorry. 5th unit syllabus. ఆన్లైన్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు అయినా సరే చెప్పండి. ఓకే, ఇట్స్ లైక్ సీక్వెన్స్ లో చదవండి నాకు. ఓకే, సో 5th యూనిట్ లో ఫస్ట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏంటది? అరే డిక్లరేషన్, దెన్ డెఫినిషన్, దెన్ యాక్సెసింగ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్. వెరీ గుడ్. దెన్ ఓకే, 1D arrays. వెరీ గుడ్. 2D arrays. Next, heading la better, sub heading la strings. Very good. Next, very good. Okay, manipulation functions. Very good. Next topic,
notations.
Okay,
Pointer arithmetic.
okay,
Pointer to array.
very good.
Dynamic memory
Allocation. Okay, that's the entire syllabus of 5th unit, right? Okay, very good, Nana. So please put the heading 5th unit. The concept is arrays. Okay, it's called arrays. Okay, so everyone in the online and offline. Okay, so listen to this carefully. Okay, so whatever we are going to discuss from now onwards, like this arrays, okay, strings, pointers, then we'll have a functions. Okay, all these are very important, right? So if you want to learn C++, Java, okay, whatever, okay, so all these things will get repeated and you will have a subject called data structures into 2nd year 1st semester. So where you use these arrays, right, strings and all these things. Okay, so these are very important concept or main concepts of C language. Okay, the first one is called arrays. Okay, so what do you mean by array? Array is nothing but the collection of similar elements. Collection of similar elements. Okay, so if I want to technically say this, actually I'll say that it's a collection of homogeneous elements, right? What do you mean by homogeneous? Of similar type, right? So technically we'll say that an array is a collection of homogeneous elements. Okay, and another property is all these elements will be stored in contiguous memory locations. What do you mean by that? Is in next by next. If first element is here, very next to that there will be second element, and next to that there will be third element. That means all the elements will be in contiguous memory locations. We technically we speak it as a contiguous. Okay, contiguous means a side by side or pakka pakkane, right? So adi sangati anamata. So definition of array ante nee istam nanu, which is collection of homogeneous elements or a collection of similar elements or a collection of similar data types. Okay, and all the elements will be in contiguous memory locations. Or మొత్తం కలిపి చెప్పాలి అని అంటే వచ్చేసి an array is the collection of homogeneous elements which will be stored in contiguous memory locations. That is how you give the definition for the array, right? Okay, write down. An array is a collection of homogeneous elements. HOMOGENEOUS. Okay, homogeneous elements which will store in contiguous memory locations. CONTIGUOUS. CONTIGUOUS. OUS, contiguous. Okay, contiguous memory locations. Right? Okay, so we just got that definition for the array. Okay, now I'll just tell you that, okay, what is the need of the arrays in C? Why we need arrays, or what is the reason they put this concept arrays in C? Okay, I'll just tell you that story. For example, if I'm having a 5 values and all are integers, okay, 5 values in my program and all of them are integers. So what I do in my program, something like this. Okay, so I declare 5 variables, right? In values means v1, v2, v3, v4, v5. So there are 5 variables, all are of integer type, right? And I can store each value into each variable. So I can store 5 values, right? If there are 10 values in my program or 10 variables, all are of integer type. Okay, so then I have to name them as v1, v2, v3, v4, v5, v6, v7, v8, v9, v10, right? So, okay, that looks odd actually, right? But we can manage it, right? Say that there are 100 elements, and all are integers only. Okay, do you prefer to give the names as v1, v2, v3, v4, v5, v6 to v100? Obviously, that is a tedious process, that is very difficult, right? To remember those names, what are the values that you put in there, and what is the value in V75, what is the value in V96. Remembering all these things is very difficult, right? So, instead of giving separate names for all these variables of similar data types, okay, they thought of having a single name, and still you can put all values into that single name only. Okay, for example, if I just name them as okay, here there is a logic that if there is a variable called v, int v, okay, int v is my variable which is of integer type, right? So I put a value 10 into v, right? So what happens, int v means v will be created in the memory with 2 bytes of space, right? With the size of 2 bytes. Okay, when I put my value 10 into here, so that 10 is stored in v, right? After some time, okay, I said that v is 100. V is 100. What do you think of this v is 100? 100 will get stored in same as comma and 100, or 10 is replaced with 100? Obviously, second one is the correct. Whatever the value of the v10, that is actually overwrite by the new value. So whenever I put a value into my variable, all the previous values will be overwrite, right? They will be deleted, and whatever the new value that is recently stored, that is available in my variable, right? So obviously, if I want to work with 100 variables, so I have to have 100 variables only. I cannot use this same variable for all 100 variables, right? Because whatever the value that you put at the end, that is available in that, all the previous values will be get deleted, right? So that means I have to have 100 variables, okay, 100 variables like this, v1, v2, okay, v100 until v100. So I said that this is not good, right? It is very difficult to remember what is the name of the variable, what is the value that I put in there, right? So instead of this, they thought of having only same single name, but this has got a capacity of storing 100 values. So how do I show that? So there is a concept called as array concept that tells you that name followed by square bracket, and inside the square bracket you can specify how many values you want to store in that. So this is data type v, square bracket, number of values that you want to store, right? So this means v has got a capacity of storing 100 numbers. Okay, we call this as size of my array. Okay, so normal, what is the difference between a normal variable and an array variable? If it is a normal variable, all I have to do is int v only, which can have a capacity of storing only single value. It cannot store two values. If I want to store another value, previous value is not deleted. but this has got a capacity of storing all 100 elements. Okay, how it is possible? So we are having only one name it is. Then how to distinguish between what is the first value, what is the second value, what is the 50th value, what is my 100th value? How you can distinguish? How you can give a separator pin to access those values? Okay, that is my doubt, right? So for that we use a concept called indexing. We use a concept called indexing. What do you mean by indexing is, right? Is everyone in the online? Are you able to follow me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
very
sir.
good. Okay, nice. So if I say int v100, okay, so if I want to represent or if you want to draw a figure for this, so normal variable we just draw something like this and put a value there, right? For this kind of a thing, how I draw a figure? I have to draw a figure like this, right? And which is v, okay, which is v, but I have to divide this into 100 boxes, right? 100 boxes. Are you following? Okay, where each box can hold a single value. So 1, 2, 3 until 100. But how I can distinguish all these values? The first value is always available at an index value called 0. This is fixed, I cannot change. The indexing of any array that starts with 0 only, right? So 100 values, I started with 0. What is my 100th value? 99. So the last index is a size minus 1. Because the first index is 0, the last index value will be your size minus 1, that is 99. Right? So this is how I represent. What does it mean? So the next value is index 1, the next value is index 2, and so on and so forth until 99. Right? So this is the figure for this. What is this? Array. It's called array. Okay? So how I can store values into it? How I can store values into it? Okay, with the variable concept, you know that how you can give values to variables. Values to variables can be given in 3 ways. Okay, this is also the concept from third unit, obviously, right? So there is a concept called variable initialization, variable assignment, and how you give values to the variables. So there are 3 things: initialization, assignment, and accessing the values from keyboard. This is how you can give values to a variable. Online lo unna vallu koncham follow avutunnara? Hello.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Nana variable ki values ni 3 types lo ఇవ్వచ్చు. ఏంటిది అది? ఒకటి వచ్చేసి initialization, second is assignment, and third is accessing the values from keyboard. That is what you do, obviously. We say that no, enter the values for so and so. Then you type something that is read by the scanner. That is third kind, right? First one is called initialization. Initialization means when you declare the variable, you give the value. That is called initialization. Assignment. First you declare the variable, then you assign the value. That is called assignment. Okay, how we do that actually? So if this is a variable, normal variable, okay, I'll show you those 3 things, right? If this is a normal variable, so int x is there, and I will give a value 10, okay, and there is a int y, okay, and there is a int z also is there, right? Are you seeing this? Okay, సార్ చూడండి నాన్న ఆన్లైన్ లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడ చూడండి మనకు వచ్చేసింది. లేదు మేము చాలా ఫెమిలియర్ సార్, ఇవన్నీ అవసరం లేదు, మాకు ఒక్క చోట రాసేయండి అంటే చల్తా, రైట్? మీకు వేడివేడి చూపిద్దామని చూపిస్తుంది అంతే, అన్ని ఒకటే కదా. సో ఏంటి సార్ ఇది x చూడండి, x కి ఏం చేసాం నాన్న, whenever you declared it and just given the value, this is called initialization. Declare చేసిన దగ్గర, what do you mean by declaration? When you given the data type and specified some name for it, and at the same time I will give a initial value for that. So this is called initialization. This is called initialization, right? And what about this y and z? I just declared them, I haven't initialized them, right? which is initialized here, x is initialized, but not y and z, right? After that, I'll write y is equals to 10. Y is equals to 10. So what does this is called assignment, right? Assignment. That is called assignment, right? Then for giving the value for z, I just ask the user. So printf enter value for who? Z. Then what you say? I say that scanf %d address of z, right? So this is called accessing. Hey, borders cross aitundana. Still కనిపిస్తుందా? Okay, Nana, so whatever this, okay, this is actually accessing from keyboard. Okay, ఇది మనకి ఫస్ట్ చెప్పాం కదా థర్డ్ యూనిట్ లో కాన్సెప్ట్ అయితే. Are we able to distinguish between these three items, that is called initialization, assignment and accessing the values from keyboard? నిన్న ఆన్లైన్ లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు చెప్పండి ఈ మూడింటికి తేడా తెలిసిందా లేదా?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే, ఇనిషియలైజేషన్ అంటే ఏం అర్థమైంది మీకు? డిక్లేర్ చేసిన దగ్గరే వాల్యూ ఇచ్చేస్తాం. అసైన్మెంట్ అంటే ఏం అర్థమైంది? ఫస్ట్ డిక్లేర్ చేయి, later you can assign the value, right? Okay, third kind, first declare cheyi, tarvata get the value from user or keyboard, right? That is called accessing the values from a keyboard. So evarki idantha I just discussed for the variables. Okay, if you know these three things about the variables, now I'll go for the arrays, right? మాట్లాడండి జీవితం.
Yes, sir.
ఆన్లైన్ లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడట్లేదు.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good, Nana. Super. Okay, so this is for the variables. Okay, so quick గా రాసేసుకోండి, మీకు తెలిస్తే అర్థమైపోయింది అనుకుంటే బ్రెయిన్ లో పెట్టుకోండి. That's your option only, right? Okay, shall I remove this? ఆన్లైన్ ఒక ఈజీ అనుకుంటా, జస్ట్ స్క్రీన్ షాట్ కొడితే అయిపోతుంది కదా. Okay, so coming back to my arrays, right? So here I am having my array called int v. Okay, so for simplicity I am just reducing my size, right? I am reducing my size to 5. Okay, పెద్దగా తీసుకోవటం అంటే ఎందుకు అని చెప్పి, రైట్? అంత మాత్రం పోయింది ఏం లేదు, రైట్? మాట్లాడండి జీవితం మిమ్మల్ని. And my index value will be 4 because my size is 5, right? Online.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I want to initialize, right? Okay, so in syllabus what you have got, you got something like a arrays, array declaration, array definition, array initialization. That's what is there in this syllabus, right? అవునా కాదా? మాట్లాడండి చూడండి ఒకసారి. Yes.
Definition, accessing elements, 1D arrays, 2D arrays.
1D arrays and 2D
arrays
arrays.
and
2D arrays.
2D arrays. Very good, super. Okay, నేను ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్పుకుంటూ వెళ్తున్నా కదా, యాక్చువల్ గా ఆల్రెడీ మనం డిక్లరేషన్ గురించి డెఫినేషన్ గురించి మాట్లాడేస్తున్నాం అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా? ఏంట్రా అంటే దిస్ ఈస్ array declaration. What is this? Specifying a data type, giving a name and specifying some size and putting a semicolon over here. This is called array declaration. Okay, side heading, putting a side heading called array declaration. Array declaration. Array declaration, right? Specifying a data type, giving a name for the array, specifying a data type, giving a name for the array, and specifying a size of the array. And and specifying size for the array is called array declaration. Is called array declaration, right? Okay. Okay, so for a concept, obviously we need to specify the syntax, right? Okay, so write the syntax like this. Syntax. The syntax is data type space array name, array underscore name, and in square bracket write the size and semicolon. This is called syntax for array declaration, right? Data type, array name, in square bracket, size. Okay, so examples, right? Examples. Int v size 5, right? Float r size 10. Char name size 20. All are examples, right? So whatever may be the data type, you can write that, right? So what do you mean by this? This is a collection of 5 integer numbers. This is a collection of 10 float numbers. This is a collection of 20 characters, right? So that is how you can remember these things, right? So this is all about array. What is this? Declaration. Okay, array declaration. Okay, put a side heading. Array definition. Array definition. నేను మీకు ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పా ఏం చెప్పాము వచ్చేసి వేరియబుల్ డిక్లరేషన్ వేరియబుల్ డెఫినిషన్ కి తేడా ఏంటి డేటా టైప్ చెప్పి పేరు పెడితే దట్ ఈస్ డిక్లరేషన్ నువ్వు చేసిన దానికి సిస్టమ్ ఏం చేస్తుంది నాన్న based on your data type that will reserve that much space of that is equivalent to the data type size and reserves for that space and put that name of that variable over there. If I say int x, that is declaration. So int is 2 bytes. So 2 bytes of space is reserved in the memory and that is allocated with the name x. That is called definition. So simply definition is nothing but reserving space, right, Raskun? Okay, reserving space in the memory. Reserving space in the memory for the array. For the array. For the array is called variable array definition. Array definition. Array definition, right? Very good. How much space is given to the array? For variable, we can simply looking at the data type, we can just say that, right? If my variable is integer type, if I am talking about the variables,
2 bytes.
if I am talking about variables, if there is a variable called int x, how much space x is get? 2 bytes. How you are telling that? Because integer is of size 2 bytes. Okay, that is a 16 bits, right? 2 bytes is nothing but 2 into 8, 16 bits, right? So if my variable is of a float type, float r, how much space? 4 bytes.
4.
You know the sizes of all these data types, right? So r will get a 4 bytes. If there is a variable called c of type character, how much space?
1 byte.
1 byte. 1 byte space will be given to c, right? So if this integer is a long type, long integer type, how much space is given to this? 4 bytes. If this is long double type, how much space? 10 bytes of space will be given. Okay, we got the table, data types and its sizes. So with that knowledge, we can simply say this thing, right? Okay, so this is about the variables, normal variables. But coming to this array, how I can calculate the total size, right? So if I want to find how much space is allocated for my array, okay, I can calculate with a formula. Okay, so what is that formula is total space of an array. Total space of an array is equals to, okay, okay, size of array into size of data type.
They're not visible cells.
Size of a data type, right? So what is this? Here I said int v5, int v5. So 5 is my array size. What is the size of the data type? What is the data type? 2. So 5 into 2. So that means 10 bytes. 10 bytes of space is allocated for which one? Array V. Okay. Your space of a array V. And ankunna ee example ke tilla, right? If I am calculating for this, what is that? Total space of, what is that? Array R is equals to, so only same size of array into size of what? Data type. Okay, what is this? Size is 10. And what is my size of the data type float? 4. Right? Okay, so which is nothing but 40 bytes. 40 bytes. Similarly for character. So character, how much will get? A 20 into 1. Because size of character is a 1 byte. So that will get a 20 bytes. This is how you calculate the total amount of space given for the entire array. Right? So you can take this example. Okay? So take this example. So let us ask one for example. Example and check it. Int v size 5. This is first. Int v size 5 semicolon. For the above array, the total amount of space reserved, is calculated as, and check this a formula raskondi. Total space of array equals to what is that? Size of the array into size of the data type. Size of the array into size of the data type. So in this example, that is equals to, what is that? Size is 5 into size of integer is 2. So which is nothing but 10 bytes. Okay. Further to draw a figure. This is how you can draw this, right? So this is V. How many elements? 5 elements with index values 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? And the total amount is 10 bytes, where each element size is 2 bytes. This is 2 bytes. Okay, now in figure which oka value ki enni bytes kavali nana? 2 bytes kavali. 5 values ki enta avutundi? 10 bytes. Simple as that, right? Draw that. Okay. Example number 2. Take the second example. What is this? Float R size 10. Float R in square brackets 10. Semicolon. right? And below that, what should write? Same as the previous one. What is that? The total size of the array R is equals to size of the array into size of the data type. Size of the array is 10 and size of the data type, that is float, is 4. So 10 into 4, that is 40 bytes. Please write the units, they are bytes. Okay. If I want to draw the figure, how can I draw that? If I want to draw the figure for R, tell me this. R, okay, 3, tarvata dots pettesi last al pettandi, so on so forth. Okay, Nana? So this is a 0, this is 1, and this is 2, and the last one is a 9, right? Okay. And the total space is 40 bytes, whereas size of each element is 4 bytes. This one. Width laga veyandi to array access. 4 bytes. One is 4 byte and total 10 is 40 bytes. Did you finish?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is how you can calculate the sizes of all these arrays, right? So similarly for the character array, if you want to take it or if you want to write it on your own. Okay, simple. Third example is char name size 20. Do it fast. You can write that, right? Rasunara Leda. Example number 3 is char name size 20. So below that, write that. What is that? Size of the array name equals to, directly you can do that, right? 20 into 1, that is 20 bytes. And if you want to draw the figure, draw a rectangle, 3 slots, dot dot bit chivara pettandi, index lo em untayi nana 0 nunchi 19. 0 to 19 are the indexes. Okka box size enta nana 1 byte, because that's a character. Right? Okay, did you finish? Everyone in the online? Nana character ki rasara?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, Amma.
Yes,
So
sir.
third concept, accessing array elements. Okay, accessing array elements. Third heading is accessing array elements. Okay. Okay, so write a line that, okay. Accessing array elements can be divide into two ways. One, storing elements into array. Storing elements into array. Second one, reading elements from the array. Storing elements into array, and second one is reading elements from the array. Right? So what I said, actually, accessing can be of two ways. You can put values into it, or you can read the values from the array. Lopalaina bettu, lopal unnadani bayatikaina read cheyi. Right? So how you do that? First one, storing values into arrays. Storing values into arrays. Okay, so how I store values? Okay, write down. The values can be stored into arrays. The values can be stored into arrays. The values can be stored into arrays in three ways. In three ways. One, array initialization. Array initialization. Array initialization. Second one, assigning values to individual elements. Assigning values to individual elements. Third one, reading the values from keyboard. 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 Okay. So first one, this one. What is that? Yeah. So put the side heading, array initialization. Array initialization. Okay. Okay, now how I can initialize my array? Okay, it's easy. Do you know how to initialize the variables? Yes, just now we saw that, right? How to initialize? Just declare the variable, put in equals to, then give the value, right? That is how we initialize the variable. Then how to initialize my array? Okay, so that is also very easy, right? So you have to do is just do this. Okay, write one line. During declaration, just write one line. During array declaration, we will specify a set of values. We will specify a set of values separated by commas, a set of values separated by commas inside braces. Inside braces. You know, when I say braces in C, what is that? Curly brackets. Okay, na? Flower bracket, curly bracket. Okay, na? So, I have to specify a set of values and each value should be separated by comma and they should be enclosed in braces. Simple. As simple as that. Example. Okay, in numbers. Numbers is my name of the array, right? Int numbers. So size 5 equals to, so write like I said, how you write it in mathematics. Where it says, right, 10 minus 5, 6, 100, sum 3. That is how you can give the values. Simple. As simple as that. Isn't it easy? Yeah, very good. So you just specify those values. That means integers means that can be positive or negative values. How these values get stored? Okay, so if I write something like this, numbers array will be created in your memory, numbers, and which is the capacity of storing 5 elements, and the first value is 10, second value is 5, 6, 100 and 3, and their index values are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Simple, right? Write that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, what happens if I write this int x size 5 equals to, right, 10 comma 20, and you just close it. What I said, x is of size 5, but I specified only 2 values. What about the remaining 3? Remaining 3, those will be zeros. Okay, so x will be created with 5 elements, and first 2 are 10, 20, and the remaining things are zeros. So 0, index 1, index 2, index 3, and index 4. Easy, right? So remember that when you are initializing with a fewer elements, all the remaining elements will be zeros. ఇప్పుడు మీకు డౌట్ రావచ్చు, సార్ ఆ 10 20 వచ్చి నేను లాస్ట్ 2 అనుకుంటున్నాను సార్, స్టార్టింగ్ 2 కాదు సార్, 5లో చివరి 2 సార్ అవి, మరి ఫస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ కి ఇవ్వాలి సార్. దెన్ యూ హావ్ టు స్పెసిఫై ద జీరోస్ లైక్ 0 0 0 10 20. Then you have to specify the total list, right? ముందు ఇది గీయండి, మళ్ళీ మొత్తం కలిపేయండి, కామెడీ అయిపోతుంది. రాస్తారా? ఓన్లీ రెండే కనుక ఆ రెండింటిని బై డిఫాల్ట్ గా ఎవరికి ఇస్తుంది నాన్న? స్టార్టింగ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ కి ఇచ్చి రిమైనింగ్ జీరోస్ పెట్టుకుంటుంది. లేదా ఎక్కడో చివరిలో ఉన్నవి మధ్యలో ఉన్నాయంటే మొత్తం అన్ని రాయాలి అవి జీరోస్ తో సహా, రైట్? ఈజీయా? ఓకే, నాకు ఇంకొకటి నన్ను వచ్చేసి ఇంకొకటి లేదు సార్, నాకు 5 ఎలిమెంట్లు జీరోనే, ఎలిమెంట్స్ అన్ని జీరోనే పెడదామని అనుకుంటున్నాను. ఓకే, అప్పుడు ఏం చేయొచ్చు? నో నీడ్ టు గివ్ ఆల్ జీరోస్ నాన్న, just put a single zero over here that will assign all zeros. Okay, so ఇది మార్చేస్తున్నాను నేను, ఇది అలాగే ఉంచేసి ఇక్కడ రాస్తున్నాను చూడండి, int n with the size 5 and 0. So for this, how I draw the figure? N will be created with 5 zeros. What are all these index values? Simple, right? These are the different ways to initialize the arrays. It's not only for integers, you can do it for the float values, you can do it for the characters also, right? So అది కూడా రాసుకోండి, మళ్ళీ మేము రాయలేదు సార్ అనుకుంటారేమో, ఓకేనా? అవి చేయకూడదేమో అలాగ అనుకుంటారేమో. If this is a float sum x with a size 3, so you can write this 0.5 minus 2.1 plus 6.7 plus Rashna Raikana plus A, obviously. So what is this? X is array with 3 values. What are those? 0.5 minus 2.1 then plus 6 point, okay, plus 6.7. Indexes are 0, 1 and 2. Simple, right? Easy. ఇప్పుడు ఇంకోటి వెరైటీ, క్యారెక్టర్ కి ఏం చేయాలి? క్యారెక్టర్, this is a character, how I have to do that? So char name equals to, char name equals to, then you have to do this S V E C W. So every character should be in single quotes because that is a character constant. Oh, okay, ఇది కూడా మీరు అడిగారు కాబట్టి అది కూడా ఒకటి ఆప్షన్. ఓకే నన్న, ఇది రాసుకోండి, చెప్దాం దీని గురించి. ఎంటీ వదిలేండి సైజ్, రైట్? సో మనకి ఉన్న ఇంకొక ఫెసిలిటీ ఏంటి అంటే, when I'm initializing my array, okay, you can this size, specifying the size is optional if I am initializing it. Like I put up 5 characters in this, so based on these 5 characters the size of the array will be assumed as size 5. Okay, if I put 4 characters, size will be assumed as 4. So in that case there is no need to specify. పెడితే పెట్టకపోతే అదే assume చేసుకుంటది. అలా అని ఇనిషియలైజేషన్ లేకుండా డైరెక్ట్ గా రాసి assume చేసుకుంటే చేసుకోదన్నాను. ఎప్పుడు ఓన్లీ when you are initializing. That is true for these numbers also. ఇది నేను తీసేసాను అనుకున్నాను. 5 numbers ఉన్నాయి, size 5. 3 numbers ఉన్నాయి, size 3 తీసుకుంటది. అది ఎప్పుడు ఇనిషియలైజేషన్ అప్పుడే. ఓకేనా, రాసుకుంటాను. ఈ లైన్ రాసుకుని రాయండి. In the above array initialization, we haven't specified size of the array. Because since we are initializing the array, with 5 characters, the size of the array is automatically assumed as 5. The size of the array is automatically assumed as 5. Right? Figure చెప్పండి. ఏంటిగా నేమ్ SVECW. ఓకేనా, బట్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి కదా, స్క్వేర్ బ్రాకెట్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. సైజ్ తీసేస్తాను కదా అని స్క్వేర్ బ్రాకెట్ తీసేయకండి. స్క్వేర్ బ్రాకెట్ తీసేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది, నార్మల్ వేరియబుల్ అవుతుంది, which cannot take 5 characters, right? ఇది array అని ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది నాన్న? ఎనీ నేమ్ దట్ ఈస్ ఫాలోడ్ విత్ స్క్వేర్ బ్రాకెట్ ఈజ్ యాక్చువల్లీ array. మీరు ఇది తీసేస్తే మళ్ళీ మొదటికి వస్తుంది, మొత్తం బ్లెండర్. ఓకేనా, సో దిస్ క్యారెక్టర్ array. ఓకేనా, ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఏమర్థమైంది అంటే యాక్చువల్గా, సో array అంటే ఏమర్థమైంది? ఇట్స్ ఎ కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ homogeneous elements. Okay, and all the elements are stored in contiguous memory locations. What is that actually? We'll discuss that later actually, because we're running out of the time. Okay, so that is that. Then you discussed about array declaration, array definition, right? Declaration is specifying some data type, giving a name and specifying the size in square brackets. Initialization means writing a set of values, okay, in braces, right? So అలాగే ఆప్షనల్ కూడా వచ్చేసి ఎలా తీసేయాలి అని చెప్పి మీరు గమనిస్తే ఇక్కడ మీరు యాక్చువల్గా మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాము, కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్తూ నోట్స్ చెప్తున్నా నేను, అవునా కదా? ఈరోజు చూస్తుంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్తున్నాను యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఐఎమ్ డిక్టేటింగ్ నోట్స్, రైట్? This is actually what we follow in regular classes if there is a total semester time. But we don't have that time, right? Within 15 days you are just closing the semester. Okay na? Flow lo nenu ela cheppukelpothunana, I just stop it. Meeku ade cheptunna. Ila cheppukunte చాలా బాగుంటది, but మన టైం లేదు కాబట్టి I'll just explain everything on the board. Okay, I'll share you the PDF, right? Okay, so ఈరోజు క్లాస్ లో అర్థమైందా లేదా ఆన్లైన్ లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి?
Yes sir.
Okay, Nana, so we'll meet in next tomorrow class. Okay, ma, bye.